Okay, this is the 11th in the series of videos on constructing a physician work RVU or a physician workload tracker. For those of you following along, in the last video we created another form called FRM list add. This form is a form which is attached to a onload event. We can look at that in design view. If you bring up your property sheet and your form in design view, here's form, and so if you look at the onload event, click on the ellipsis. So what we did, we set the property for DES add, which is description add, to a value, and that value is FNA without imaging. Well, if you'll just recall, let's close that, go over to FRM main, and if you click this button, this will open up the FRM list add and add a new record to the top here. Okay, I don't know if you're following along, but there's a new record been added right here. Now there's no CPT code and there's no work RVU, but we do have the date, and based on the date, a calculated field gives you Sunday. Based on the work RVU amount, it gives you a dollar amount. This is 0, that's 0. Okay, well, let's save and close that and go back to FRM list add, go back to our design view, go back to our onload event, click on the ellipsis, and we can add some more temporary variables. Set property, and the CPT code, CPT add value for FNA, we know it's 10021, and we can add that before we close it, and we can do it one more time. Set property, RVU add value, and we know that the RVU value for 10021 is 1.27, and we can move that up before we close the form as well. So we now have all three. It doesn't really matter the order. You put CPT first, description, RVU value. So we're going to set, as we open the form to add a new record, we're going to set this field equal to that. We're going to set the description add field equal to FNA without imaging, and we're going to set the RVU add field to 1.07, and then we're going to close the window, which is the form. We're closing the form FRM list add. All right, and then we'll go back, save and close, and we'll go back to our FRM main. And now when we click the button, if all works well, we'll have the CPT code, we'll have the FNA value, we'll have the work RVU, and we'll probably have a different dollar amount. Let's click the button, and there it is. We have the date, today's date, the CPT, the FNA without imaging, the work RVU value, today's date, and a dollar amount. And we can just keep clicking. As you can see, as you click, it will generate a new record. Okay. That's interesting, but it doesn't really serve what we want to do in a more general way, where we can create buttons quite rapidly and not have to go through all this set property and macros. And so for the next part, and in the next video, I'm going to show you a way that the utilization of the DLOOKUP can be used, and we will get into the macro property of temporary variables. Okay, well, I'll end it right here, and thank you for your attention, and I hope to see you in the next video.